Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's video. In today's video, we're going to be going over some upgrades to my X1C that were sent to us by our good friends over at BigTreeTech. They did send me these items for free, but they don't have any editorial control over this video. In today's video, we'll go over their website and where you can find them and some of the stuff that is on there. And we'll be installing their Panda Fur, their jet part cooling adapter for the nozzle, as well as looking at their different plates that have prismatic effects on there like we've seen before. So if all that sounds good, then sit back and relax and I'll get everything ready. All right, so here we are on Big Q's website, or BQ, or BigTreeTech, whatever you want to call this stuff. And they have a lot of stuff for different printers. If you have any of these other printers here, like a Voron or a Creality or whatever, they do have some accessories for it that are pretty good. I'm on the Bambu lab here, and we'll take a look at the things that we'll be looking at today, which will be this Panda Jet. But I think the first thing that we'll look at is the Panda Fur protective leather wrap for it. And I actually have the orange one here for the X1C. And we'll see that it comes, a couple sheets of this leather. And I've already seen it. It's like a giant vinyl decal or whatever, but it looks like leather. The orange looks pretty cool. So let's see what it says about that. Scratch resistant, insulating, noise reduction, no residue are some of the features of it. I have the vibrant orange. This brown one looks really cool too. Enhanced insulation for high temp filament printing results. On the P1P, I could see this really helping, and maybe even on the X1C with it being aluminum on the outside, that gives off heat, so it kind of makes it hard to keep the inside that much, or the inside at the right temperature. Reposition the wrap if misapplied. It leaves no adhesive residue on the printer when removed, keeping your printer good as new. So that's interesting to know. So it looks like there's a top panel, one that wraps around this side, one that wraps around this side, and one on the bottom. So I'll go ahead and try to put that on here in a minute and see how much fun that is to do. This is PU leather. I doubt this is real leather, but that's fine. It does come with this little utility knife and a scraper, so I guess you may have to trim it. All images are illustrated for reference only. Please refer to the actual product since product updates may apply or whatever. So let me go ahead and try to put this thing on and I'll let you see what it looks like when I'm done. All right, so as you can see, this turned out really, really cool. It looks amazing. It's not real leather, but it does have like a leather appearance or whatever. A couple of tips and tricks. Be careful with this paper that's wrapped on the back. It wants to stick along these edges right here. So just be careful pulling that off and make sure you get all of that paper off. A couple other things that I would recommend is start on this edge and work your way back. Same over here, start on this edge and work your way back. You will need to trim it, so you want to trim it in the back where nobody's going to see it. You probably don't want to trim it up here in the front in case you have a crooked cut or something like that. Now, as far as installing this, any like little wrinkle or bubble was real easy to smooth out. It was not a pain like the those sticker plates that Bambu had or whatever. This was way, way easier. You could smooth out the air bubbles. I just took my time. Probably took me around 10 minutes. To get this on there. So not a lot of time at all. For $40, this is a really, really cool upgrade for your X1C or your P1P or anything like that. So this was really, really cool, easy to do. The hardest part was this stupid paper and then cutting it on the back side over here. All right, so now let's take a look at the next upgrade that we'll be doing with BigTreeTech. All right, so the next thing that we'll be looking at is the Panda Jet cooling fan duct or whatever. And what this promises is omnidirectional cooling. Here, so it's supposed to route all of the cooling through here. You mount it to the bottom of the print head here, and it's supposed to give you omnidirectional cooling. You take the old piece off. There's that little black piece that's on the bottom. You take that one off and you put this one on. So we'll see if that's very hard to do, and I'll give you any tips or tricks that I come up with along the way. But let's go ahead and see how hard it is to install this. Let's see, omnidirectional, precision cooling. Pandas love bamboo. That's so funny, and they spelled it wrong. All right, so I'll get it installed. And all these little things come with a cool little sticker too, so that is cool. So I'll go ahead and get this installed, and I'll tell you how hard or how easy it is. All right, so here we have the omnidirectional fan on here, and you can see the 4 ports. Here's what was on here before. So you can see the difference. So the other thing that they sent me was a couple of these prismatic plates, a carbon fiber and one of these fractal ones. So let me put this one in and we'll print a little square to see what this looks like. But we'll also go ahead and test this out. All right, so here we are with the finished product. And as you can see, it left a prismatic plate on there. We've seen the prismatic plates before. It has a cool little textured plate on the other side. So if you haven't bought one of those plates yet, this would be a really good one to buy. The omnidirectional jet thing or whatever didn't seem to mess up the print. I'm not sure if it increased the quality or anything like that. I'm sure it's good to have good cooling on the part as it's coming out and everything like that. So I don't think it can hurt anything. It didn't blow the part off of the table or anything like that, or off of the print surface. And it printed just fine. And the prismatic plate worked as well. So BigTreeTech sent me a couple of boxes. This is just the first box, so be on the lookout in the future for another box from them, where we'll be looking at some more upgrades for Bambu printers. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and it's time to make your printer look nice. So definitely get one of the Panda Furs and one of these omnidirectional part cooling adapters. Both of them are really cool and not that expensive. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you, BigTreeTech, for sending everything over. I'll see everybody next week. Have a great week. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching.